when people meet someone who's healthy, they're like, they rather win someone over.
That came from a place to me of existing in conditions where I felt that I always had to earn love.
Your Finsta philosophy is crazy.
Well, that's Finsta. That's different.
No, I'm talking about like in terms of having like an anonymous account. The fact that you created a fake photo is crazy.
Sometimes it's like respect.
Not crazy bad.
Just respect my privacy. Also, it's like some things I just don't want connected to like my main shit.
It's making me question what subreddits you're going to.
The craziest thing is like they're so boring. I just recently got into like our noses. And I rarely comment. I don't ever post. I literally would just like upvote, but I'm like, I just don't want it attached to.
Yeah.
And I had to scrub my original Reddit off the internet. I took that off because when I first made Reddit, it was literally just my dead name. That was my screen name. And so then I went through and I deleted that and then I made a new one.
Yeah.
When I got more actually into Reddit. And then like, yeah.
There was a period where I was using Reddit a lot, but that was mostly for porn.
Okay.
And then now for porn, I created a burner Twitter account.
See, that to me is crazier.
Really?
I mean, but also it's like, why are you...
Twitter's become a good place for porn.
That's not good. I'm sorry, but that's not... What? This is what Elon's legacy now?
No.
His X is literally for X-rated? Like, what? I also just don't want to search any... Like, I'll occasionally like look, but it's like, I don't want porn from a platform that's not exclusively dedicated to porn.
It's because like with Pornhub, when you try to look at the videos, there's ads, and it's just like now the ads are pushing AI porn so much that I'm just like, I'm horny, but I'm not that horny.
Yeah, that's just your algo, but that's probably because you're a man.
Probably because like I
guess I've gotten a couple.
May or may not have have consumed Rule 34 content. And
what's that?
Rule 34?
No,
it's nothing.
Okay, go on.
It's no. So Rule 34 is...
Wow, you're saying this at 1:34. Kismet. Okay.
Rule 34 is basically the ideology that anything that exists, there's a porn of it.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's not... Okay.
But it's typically used in the sense of like basically like Simpsons porn. Like stuff like that, where
like
it's just like usually animated. Like you like a video game, there's
once I saw live action Flintstone people in Flintstones costumes porno.
Well, so that's crazy,
but that's a little bit more avant-garde.
Technically, be like a porn parody. R34 is typically usually referred to as like animated.
It must be animated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen. A titty is a titty, okay, and I think it's art. It's beautiful. A lot of hard work goes into it. I think it being animated doesn't make it any weird.
No,
I'm saying this all into a microphone.
I mean, you like what you like. There's no shame here.
Yeah.
And there's nothing new under the sun. And I mean, I believe in this Rule 34 as well. I think anything sexually that can be imagined has happened.
Yeah.
And don't limit your imagination at that.
But the reason why I brought that up is I actually don't remember.
Because of AI porn. So that's why you get those ads.
That's right. And I'm so anti-AI that if there's like Rule 34 porn created and you can tell it's AI because AI has a distinct look, I'm immediately like, no, thank you.
I love that. Stick to your values.
Yeah, I stick to my values. Oh, I remember. So yeah, a lot of the ads would be for AI porn. So because of that, I used to go to Reddit. But then Reddit, if you like are looking at it on your phone, it doesn't play audio. You have to go to Red GIFs, and then that's just a whole step. So then it's just with Twitter, it just cuts straight to the video, and I can listen to it with audio and all of that. So I follow amazing content creators who then the algorithm, knows what to show me on the For You page, and, I can get the job done pretty quickly. And move on with my life.
Okay. We're just going to sit in this. Sure. Okay. All right. I was like, you're getting so much more uncomfortable, but I'm like, you're keep talking. That's so funny. Oh my!
But nothing's better than sitting through this podcast. Welcome to Down Bad, the podcast about the good, the ugly, and the down bad of life. This is a podcast for the loverboys, the crashout cuties, and the hoes on the path of healing. What up, hoes? It's your boy, Chris Mejia.
And hey, Loverboys, it's Quincy Yeoman.
And as you're listening to this podcast...
Oh, I'll do this part.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I forget. I was like, I don't give a fuck what you do. I do give a fuck what you do. And what you should do is, if you like this podcast, like, share, subscribe. Leave us a review. We'd love that. Anything you need is in the show notes at any time during this. Follow us, follow the show. Make sure to keep up. We'd love to have you, and we'd love to have more people listen. So we're glad you're here. Perfect. Okay, so you're... I mean, I don't know where we go from this point. We do have a topic today. I deleted X. So there is that. I deleted X. I can't.
I love Twitter too much.
I took all my content off of it, and then I deleted it, my account. I go in and out of porn phases, to be honest, and what I'm looking for. I think actually my porn taste is more vanilla than my actual taste in sex.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because porn is just utilitarian.
Yeah.
Porn is like, I'm here to goon, maybe, you know, I have maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I'm just like trying to do
For me, that's what porn's become. It's become a means to an end rather than content I crave to consume, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It's just like, and same. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I know that this, or this I'm into in this lane, or I'm in the mood for this, and this, and I'll just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I also think, I don't know. Yeah. I just want to see something new, you know? I want to see something, I don't know. I feel like, feel like I'll get to a porn website and I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know. It's just,
there's old white pussy getting stretched again.
Or whatever it is. Truly. I mean, like, I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I think one of the best, and I've talked about this. I don't know if I've talked about this on the pod before, but back in the day, I did receive, like, one of the coolest, like, gooning videos ever from a guy. It was cool to me because it's very art house. One, it was filtered with a cool filter, but it was, like, him jerking off with a single glove on. And it was just like shooting onto a wooden floor. I think it's probably still saved somewhere on an external because I was like, whoa, this is art. You know, I was just like, oh, this is like different. I just like, and this is why, you know, this is why you have to fuck other artists. You know what I mean? And it was just like, it's not like, obviously when we had we have a different experience here, but I was like, oh, this is like funny, cool. Yeah. You know, different or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I just love a little artistry, and I think sometimes porn is just
something inventive.
Yeah,
we've seen. It's like when you make a new Spider-Man movie. We've seen Uncle Ben die already.
Yeah,
show us something new.
Yeah, and I also exactly that. And I also think I do sometimes look at Reddit, but I will only look anonymous, and I go to exactly the board I'm going to look at. But I think the sound in porn drives me crazy though. Sometimes not too, because it's obvious that it's not the sound that's for the video.
Oh,
that drives me nuts.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, there's like, this is not matching what's happening.
Wait, what do you mean?
I've watched porn videos where it's like all the moans and stuff are actually not aligned with what's happening.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that happens all the time. You don't hear that? I'm an audiophile. So that's it. I just have high, you know, I want Odyssey level, IMAX 70 millimeter level audio. I want a soundscape, you know.
Listen, you haven't lived, brother, until you've heard squirting on surround sound.
You got to hear it in the Dolby sound.
You ever been home alone? You airplay porn on a big TV?
No.
Me neither.
I think the big... yes, you have. And I don't know. And the lie detector determined that was a lie.
You almost let me get by.
I honestly, the biggest I'll go, and I have a big laptop. I think I have like a 17, like I have the big MacBook Pro laptop. I'll sometimes use my laptop.
Oh, yeah.
But as soon as I was able to start watching porn on my phone, I'm like,
using the computer feels like you're treating yourself.
Yeah, it's like, and I'm also sometimes I'm like, this is too much.
Yeah.
I mean, to not be there. Which it's so funny, but yeah, I don't think my like freak nasty fully extends to it does not extend to my view on porn.
I usually view it on the phone. If I view it on the computer, it's like, oh, this is going to be a goon session. This isn't like, oh, fuck, like I'm horny and I have a lot that I need to do. Let me just jerk off real quick and then I can go about my day. Like on the computer is like, we're going to make a day out of it.
That's what's crazy to me though. It's like even... This is the thing. I'll enter in and I'll be like, okay, wow, I'm going to like, for real good, I'm going to do this for a second. And then I'll do it one time. I'm like, actually, I'm good.
Yeah.
But that is not at all my attitude when having sex with another person.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know
Yeah, it's...
But the phone, that's what this is meant for. I'm sorry, no, it's not. But I also like, it's like no glass. I don't need my glasses on or contacts. You just boom, and then you're like, okay, cool, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
My computer has 3 monitors, so there's been times where...
Really? And you'll do it at the computer?
At the computer.
No.
Using all 3 monitors.
I did try recently... Wait, okay. I just don't understand how you need the 3. Sorry. Then I started to think of the mechanics of that, and I got lost. Oh, that's so funny. So is it like one video spread across?
No, 3 different videos all at the same time.
What?
Yeah.
But okay, we have things to talk about here. This must be a whole other thing because that's insanity to me. Why are you screening within screening porn like that?
I'm saying I'm making a day out of it. I don't do that often. It's rare.
Making a day out of it? It's like, bro,
like,
you're overstimulated when you're like,
no, it's at night. I'm home alone. I've taken an edible or I've gotten drunk and I'm just allowing myself to go full horny.
Okay, I appreciate your freedom around that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I've been trying to also masturbate using my imagination more. I will.
Gay.
Okay, I truly. This is a thing I'll die on. So I had a friend a long time ago. We actually have a real topic. Maybe we'll get to. I don't know. This is getting crazy. But whatever.
We still have time.
And if we get to it, we get to it. But I will say, I had a friend a long time ago. Shout out to Natalie Holt, who was like, "Oh, I like use my imagination more often than not." Isaac is also an imagination masturbator.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, fine. I didn't always adhere to that, but recently, because porn has been like whatever to me, I do think the orgasm from an imagination masturbation session is better than a porn session.
Oh, interesting.
Because I think there's more buildup. You have to, because it's like the patience. It is the same type of patience you'd have to use with like another person or whatever. I also tried recently, and I've tried this app before, and then I tried it again recently, the audio porn, where it's just like in your ears.
I've done that before. Yeah.
Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't.
It's hit or miss.
It's hit or miss.
It depends on the audio.
It depends on the audio.
Sometimes you find an audio where you're like, this is banging.
Yeah, truly, truly, truly. And I think that to me is also more fun than like currently watching porn. But I also think I've been on the internet so long that I just think porn is just like not exciting to me anymore.
Yeah.
Or it's like, I don't know. I'll go, it's just different. It just doesn't, I'm looking for something different.
Yeah.
But the audio, sometimes I like it. Then sometimes I'll like not be into it because I'm realizing like, oh, wow, is this man just in a room by himself making these noises? And then I'll like lose that thought.
You're ruining the magic.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking through things. Okay, I'm thinking through the production of the content. That's why I'm not like, literally I was like, I can't watch porn because their audio's not synced or whatever. So it's like, yeah. Anyway, And I did try to listen to one, and I don't know what was wrong with me. I tried to listen to this one, and it was supposed to be like a direct to listener one where they're like talking to you. I was just like, oh my God, he's talking too much. I was like, this is like too much. It was like, I don't know. I love dirty talk.
Yeah.
When I'm with a person.
Yeah.
It's just weird. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's across the board. I don't think my tastes always fully extend into that realm of masturbation.
I don't think your relationship with sex is determined by porn. I think it's actually pretty common that people are very sexual beings, but they don't like porn at all, or it just doesn't do anything to them. Because also you have to think about, there's a lot of porn that is either male focused, male centered, or overall it's just so clearly and obviously fake. Like obviously, like it's fake, but like me personally, I like porn where I can easily gaslight myself into thinking they're actually genuinely enjoying it.
Well, the craziest thing, I've never even really saw one where I felt like someone wasn't enjoying it. The craziest thing is I know very much that like the way I am in sex has been impacted by porn. Because I think things that I have done in bed, I'm like, oh, this is actually a direct result from what I've seen on the big screen. The small screen, the pro screen. Okay. But I think now I think this is actually a very new phase in my life. Yeah. Because I've been a gooner for a long time, for one. And we gotta stop saying this. Oh my God, I hate that we're saying
that was crazy.
That was crazy. But I have been a gooner for a long time. I'm an OG, you know? But I also think that now I'm in a weird transitional phase of my life in that. But also, I don't know. I watched porn yesterday. It was fine. Yeah. But it was a get the job done. But yeah, I don't know. It might just be the phase I'm in right now. Because I do think what I do in bed is definitely like stuff that I've seen in the movies. You know what I mean? And that's okay. Same reason I feel like, if the apocalypse happens, I'll somehow be able to fight. Yeah. Yeah. But then some of the freakiness that I do in person, I never look up in porn. Like I never watch, like, I like the occasional, I'm like every bitch, you love the occasional BDSM, but I don't ever watch BDSM porn.
Yeah, I've never been into BDSM porn.
I think sometimes that, and I have seen it, and gone off and be like, okay, yeah, that was fine, but it's just it's not something I go back to. Yeah. So I don't know what that is. And then things I've literally like never done in real life successfully, I sometimes watch in porn, but it's like, that I've never done that.
Right. Well,
or it's like basic.
It's like just because you don't watch cooking shows doesn't mean you don't like food.
Okay. No, yeah, I guess that's right. I watch cooking shows and I like food, so I'm trying to think of like. But no, you're right. Yeah. I mean, I can't cook as well. Yeah. I guess that's true. But I'm just sad because I do think there was a time where I thought porn was like
hot,
more exciting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I need a new website.
Maybe.
Sometimes a refresh.
There's inventive porn out there.
Yeah, there is. That's what I'm gonna search tonight. I'm gonna be like avant-garde orgasm. I have been doing a joke.
70mm porn.
Yeah, I actually have been doing a joke about it. I have been looking for something niche, like awkwardness and emotional connection. I was like, I want to see two people like make out and bump teeth. Which
that's
sometimes
funny.
I get laughs. Thank you. I like when people just say that's funny. And that's actually my favorite response to a joke because it tells me it's like you really think that's funny. Just a solid. That's funny. Yeah, funny. That's funny. Yeah,
that's great. You know how you can express that? Laughing.
Yeah. But I do think I don't know. I you know what? Email us some porn. Email us your favorite avant-garde.
Send over your ex. Let us know what drives you crazy. It's gonna be the new,
like, you gotta watch Widow's Bay or whatever it's called.
Oh my God, such a good show.
I haven't seen it yet.
So good.
I just gotta log in. But we do have an actual topic today.
We have an actual topic we want to talk about today.
That's not just gooning, but shout out to gooners minus the. Well, yeah. gooning culture also is not necessarily. There's something a little bit nefarious happening in gooning culture.
Yeah. It's getting out of hand.
Yeah, and there's also like a compulsion to it that's different.
It went from like, oh yeah, we all, jerk it to like it's becoming a personality.
Yeah. And I was listening to some old rap music and they like use the term goon, but I'm like, damn, I'm sad it doesn't mean like the rap goon anymore.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have minded if we still use that and it was like when gooning first dropped as a term was fun to me.
Yeah.
But now it's like the gooniverse is crazy.
I had the Gooniverse is crazy.
What? You haven't seen... I've been on YouTube a lot. That's true. I have YouTube Premium. I think that's what the Channel 5 called their whole thing on Gooners was Gooniverse. So sorry. But
Quincy's porn history, not that crazy. The YouTube history.
Bro, I delete my YouTube. Okay, so that's actually the truth. I do delete like my YouTube watch history at times because I'm like, people can't see what I've been watching.
Mine's boring. It's just like gaming videos and
I get
football highlights.
I get sucked into some crazy shit on YouTube, but it's just like it doesn't make sense for who I am. I don't know if it's crazy. It's nothing I want anybody to see about me. Yeah, and with premium, you're just like anyway. My YouTube is definitely that's my freaks. That's where you're gonna be like, okay. But we do have a subject today. I'm gonna read this. So this is coming from Threads. This is coming from Hannah Loveney. Love in Y. My bad. Hannah Love in Y. And this was something that dropped in July. My kindest guy friend used to double text, plan real dates, say how he felt without playing it cool. Women always called him too much. So he learned. He waits hours to reply now, keeps things vague, mirrors whatever energy he's given. Suddenly, women find him mysterious and interesting. These women train the most emotionally available man I know to act emotionally unavailable, then called the performance attractive. This is so stupid. And there's a reply under it that has a lot of likes that I'm just going to read too, which says by EW6IUA. Hopefully, I don't think it's a bot, but that's a very funny random name. But the tragic paradox of modern dating is that playing distant attracts people quickly, but being genuinely available is the only thing that actually sustains a healthy relationship long term. He's winning the short game now, but he's going to end up attracting people who love the chase rather than people who actually want him.
Yep, that's 1,000%. I can speak from experience. I used to be where I would, like when I was in my hoe, like right before my hoe phase, I would be like basically what that thread described. And then during my hoe phase, I would purposely be, this was mostly because I was a hurt individual, basically trying to take out revenge on what happened to me. But I would be distant. I would be like a fuck boy and all that. And I noticed that the women I was dating was more hooked onto me than how I was before. Now, obviously, they're completely different individuals. So because of that, it's not like a apples to apples comparison. Yeah. But it was something that I noticed. I'm like, oh, the more shitty I was, the more success I had with keeping people around.
Yes.
And I would say this thing obviously applies to all genders.
Yeah, I was going to say the thesis of this is essentially how being out there dating conditions you to do things opposite than what you would be doing.
Right.
To attract people.
Right.
And it's like that performance maybe aspect of it.
Yeah.
Regardless of gender. She used obviously her guy friend as an example. But yeah, that change of like, it's crazy. I think when you are emotionally unavailable, it is wild to see the amount that attracts people.
And I agree with the reply thread where it's like, once I like healed and realized I'm not gonna be like this anymore. When I date, I'm gonna be much more intentional. The type of people I was attracting completely changed for the better.
For the better.
And I think it's something, I think that reply is so true of like, it's not like acting like that is not sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to end up making yourself paranoid because you're like, well, people don't want me for me. It's like, well, because you're giving out this energy.
Yeah.
And the people who are sticking around are essentially damaged just like you. And it's very much where, and I don't mean that in a way of shade, but just more in the sense of like, it's just not like you're playing, just like how people played on your unhealedness, you're playing on other people's unhealedness. And it's like, it's not that it's more attractive. You're hitting people's kryptonite. Because people love having to work for someone, like in the sense of like having to earn someone's love, rather than, because there's so many times when people meet someone who's healthy, they're like, they push it away because it's just like, no, like, like they rather win someone over.
Yeah, and that's really coming from a deeper trauma.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And that's really good. I was like, I guess that's all that needs to be said.
Yes, and
no, that's it. It's like you really have to. I'm off my meds today, bro. I was like,
you basically just went, I concur.
Truly, but that's true though. I mean, that I feel like as someone who historically had been like someone who chased people, I'm not gonna say chaser because that's actually a term for people who are specifically trying to fuck trans people and fetishize them. So I'm not gonna use the term. So I won't use the term chaser in that sense. But when I like to chase people, yeah. So problematic.
I didn't know that was a term.
Yeah, well,
today you learn something new every day.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that allyship. I as someone who liked to do that, I think that I realized that came from a place to me of existing in just where I felt that I always had to earn love, right? And then also I had to ask myself, do I like this person? Do I like the chase? Also, I think when you are chasing someone and someone is emotionally unavailable and you do get those breadcrumbs they're giving or whatever, you can easily project things onto that.
Yeah.
And I also think liking emotional unavailability is usually a sign that you are, well, for me in the past, I won't say for everybody, but when I have liked emotionally unavailable people, I knew that it was due to my own avoidance.
Yep.
Yeah, I recently came to terms with like, I like avoidant people because I am avoidant in some senses of the word, and because I was raised by people who are deeply avoidant and et cetera, et cetera. So it's like you're just mirroring that. And then you're also, I think I've talked about this before, but my, it was presented to me that like the toxic person is the person who wants the person to change. Yeah. But it's like if you're attracted to the chase, you actually aren't even attracted to the person. You're attracted to the chase. Yes. I also think that, if you're looking for something long term, emotional availability is crucial to finding that.
Exactly.
It's like when I hear, I also have I have been someone who does chase people, but I also think that my habits when it was like around dating has always been really direct, and that throws people off. But I'm also like, being direct doesn't also mean you're emotionally available. Right. But also, I just think like the game of it all, like
people
being
are
attracted
addicted to the game. Even though people hate games, they're addicted to the game.
They don't hate games. That's the thing. They're lying to themselves. Right. And I also just don't get that. It's like, and then it's like, I've had people who are like, this guy's too feminine because he talks about his feelings. I'm like, but yet you want to get married and be able to have this conversation with a man about his feelings.
Well, my hot take has always been straight women don't want a man who's open with their feelings. They want a man who's not going to write off their feelings.
Well, I think men are the same way. Men want a woman who's feelings are based on like placating his.
Yeah.
It's like that's what, regardless of gender, I feel like people are so short-sighted.
Yeah.
You don't want emotional availability. You want like your emotions constantly validated.
Yes.
Straight up.
1000%.
No matter the direction, genders, whatever's happening. And it's like, well, that's not a relationship.
Yeah.
That's not a relationship. A relationship is
You want a parent.
damn, this podcast is over. Shit. And that right there. Exactly. That's why you also like emotionally unavailable people.
Yeah.
Fix your shit. I mean, you're not going to fix it, but you know, it's like, where's that coming from?
Right.
Yeah. I do think it's like people want a parent, but they also, yeah. Ugh. I'm disgusted.
We've seen it time and time again, not only from our own personal experiences, but from friends where it's like the constant scenario of, oh, this person doesn't want the things that I want, but we'll just be casual. And if it does, like, if it gets to a point where it doesn't work for me, I'll end it.
It's already not working if they don't want what you want.
Right. And it's like, that's something I've done. And spoiler alert, it never ends well.
Yeah.
And also, you're kind of robbing yourself from the ability from finding someone who does align with you because you're so focused and like almost excluding yourself from the ability to find people who more align with you because you're so focused on this person who you already know this is not going to work.
Yeah. You're so right. And I think it's exactly what you're saying. And the fact that what you're saying is paired with not communicating.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we'll see, but I'm never going to ask this person about this.
Nope.
I'm never going to whatever. And then I think to go back to like people wanting to be validated, I think this is where it all gets really, I'm going to say macabre, which means dark for the illiterate out there, where it all gets a little bit dark. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know what that meant. I don't know why that was the word that popped in my head. And I'm like, I'm going to say the definition because also macabre is spelled so weird. It's like macabre, macbre. Anyway, nevertheless, this is why I'm
Quincy subscribes to the word of the day from the dictionary.com.
I do. I have it as a widget. I do. I actually do have a word of the day. That wasn't the word today, but that's so funny.
That was the way you turned into like childish wonder of like, I do.
I want to be a human thesaurus. But yeah, that's so funny. That's really fucking nerdy. But I will say, I think, I forgot what we were talking about. The dark part, let's see, no communication. Oh, I think the also dark part is then the lack of communication, the emotional unavailability, the wanting to be validated. That's when also people end up just projecting so much on the other person. It's like, I've been in scenarios where people are like, oh, well, you want this from me. It's like, did I ever say that?
Right.
But it's like, no, you actually decided that because you are playing a game.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of what Logan Roy said in Succession. Everybody's playing their game. Everybody's got their game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the most true, other than making huge billion-dollar deals. I think it's really relevant. Other than making those huge deals, it's really relevant dating. It's like everybody's coming with their game. And people are so caught up in upholding their image within the game that they're not communicating that. And then they're like, oh, why can't I find happiness with another person? Or why? And this is even outside of like romantic relationships, because, you know, our last episode was about friendships. It's also, it's like that's at play in all these relationships. It's like this, like, well, I'm projecting onto this person this, so it must be true, but I'm never going to ask. Right. I'm never going to clarify because you don't see the person equally, or you don't see the person. And even when you're chasing someone, you're not seeing them equally, and you should be seeing them on your same level.
Yeah.
You can't, and most of the time you are chasing an image of a person. You're not chasing the actual person.
Yeah. Because the amount of times of like people are like, this person didn't turn out to be who, this person lied to me of who they were. Is like, did they actually, or did they just not measure up to the person you built in your head?
Because that's the other thing that emotionally, yes. It's like you're making up the shit.
Right.
You're like, oh my God, it's so deep that he like reads And they're like, is it?
Right.
What is he reading? Well, he said he's reading, I don't know, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer or whatever. And you're like, yeah, I don't know.
Or just like the fact that you give people an inch, they go a mile, where it's just like, oh, this person casually mentioned, like, for example, if someone's like, oh, would you want kids? Oh, maybe. And then the person's like, we're going to have a family. And it's just like,
yeah,
stuff like that. Or it's like,
and also not being clear. I'm asking, hey, I'm trying to assess if this is for the long term. Let me ask you, do you want that?
Yes.
And like, then it's like, you can actually get the answer to your question.
Right.
But people don't want answers to their questions. I feel like that's the biggest
They
thing
want
in
to
life.
hear what they want to hear. They don't want to actually meet the people at the level that they're meeting them at.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they realize this is not who this person is, they're like, oh my God, like I've been led on. It's like, no, you just created a version of this person in your head, and surprise, they're not that person.
Right.
So it's like, is it really that you're did they disappoint you, or did you just disappoint yourself?
Right. And know that this is not applicable to being love bombed or gaslit,
Right.
etc. This is like
obviously.
Yeah. So I just want to say that.
But also literacy is down, so we do need to point that.
Yeah, I just want to point that out, okay? Because that part, because I don't want someone sending this. We do say this to your ex, so don't send this to your ex and be like, "See, you should have accepted me for me," because no, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But no, or you were acting different. But no, that's so true. It's really dark. I think that this whole like, I don't know. We've talked about this in terms of dating shows and a lot of things where people come in with this list of external things that someone has to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the whole like changing it up and wanting some sort of specific emotional unavailability or finding mystery hot.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You can never truly know a person.
No.
It doesn't matter how much they may seem to be revealing to you at the time. And when you're in a long-term relationship with a person, that person and you will continually change, making even what you knew at one point possibly become irrelevant.
Right.
So to be attracted to mystery up at the front, it's like, it's mystery till the day you're both dead in the grave.
Yeah.
People take stuff to the grave, never said things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like that. That's such a. It's shallow. I think it's
Yeah.
also like idiotic
Yeah.
to think that. I don't know. I think it's just and hubris to be like, I know everything based on these whatever. And I also think that's the problem with the chase. At some point, the chase becomes unsustainable. I will say this as someone who did historically like to chase. There's also a moment. I would come to that moment very quickly being like, what the fuck? Hey, I like you, or this is what's happening for me.
Right.
My chase, yeah. And that's, where my love for the chase and my autism met. I have to stop saying that. I did start saying it ironically, and now everybody in my life is like, shut the fuck up. And I do need to stop.
Which is how much it angered you in the first place.
This is my problem. This is my whimsy. But yeah, I'm also, but I think it's like the chase isn't sustainable for the long term.
Yeah.
Period. That's all I'm trying to say. It's like, and at some point, your self-respect needs to come to play to be like, this is who I am. And if someone can't take you when you are respecting yourself, one, that means they don't respect themselves. And you're not in a place to be in a relationship.
Well, I feel like people are often misequating passion for the chase.
Say more. No, I'm serious.
No, just the way you said that was funny.
I know, it's like I've turned into what's it like fucking Diane Walters thing. I was like, say more.
No, like in the sense of, like, for example, I would think, oh, this person who I'm obsessed with, that's the person who I have passion for, not this healthy person who's treating me right, because I don't feel that. And it's just like, that wasn't passion that you were feeling. The obsession was anxiety of trying to win this person over and be chosen. And you didn't feel that with the other person because they made you feel chosen. They made you feel wanted. So you're addicted to the idea of like, I have to
you're addicted to chaos.
Yes.
And it's also like, that's back to the trauma thing. It's like chaos is familiar.
Yeah.
in that sense. So I think the passion, tension can come from, the anxiety is coming from a familiar place, which feels, you can be like, oh wow, I've just never felt this way with anybody. But it's like,
Right.
you did when your dad never talked to you.
Yeah.
You know? And so now you're like, this is chemistry, because this person who never, is breadcrumbing me or whatever is giving me a little bit of this. It's like, it's big. It is the hot and cold creates that.
Yes.
It's like, that's creating the friction. It's not like, and also when people like that show up for the like, whatever, one night, every so often y'all hang out together, every so often situationship you're having, that's not the real thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're giving yourself whiplash.
Have you, this is like somewhat tangential, but I think relatable. Have you ever been in a situation where you were dating someone and they were like mirroring you and your behavior so hard, and then realized that wasn't the person they were when it came? Actually, I have an example for you in your own relationships. I feel like when we first met Evil Redhead, we all did.
Yep.
We all were like, oh wow, amazing, she's this, she's that, yada yada.
And then when her real self came out.
And then her real self came out. But I was like, oh, I think that person we had first met was her trying to be cool, like Chris, be cool around.
Trying to win me over.
Win you over, be cool around. And I've had people do that. Or it's like situationships who I only see so often. I'm like, oh, wow, it's great. And then I'm like, actually, I don't know this person. I think they're just being me. Or I've been on dates too where it's like, oh, that was a great time. He's so funny. And I'm like, no, he was just laughing at everything I said. And that's my toxic masculinity coming out. I will think someone is hilarious, and I'm like, maybe they didn't say anything,
right?
But you know what I mean. But it's like that fun, because I think she was like that.
I distinctly remember there was one moment where we were talking about where I was like, yeah, I want to move to LA, and she's just like, actually, yeah, like I'm so down to like move to California, move to LA. With you and things like that. And I was like, oh my God, like this is my person.
Yeah. But Lake Stevens is the LA of Washington. I'm sorry, I'm being a bitch now. I'm sorry. Lake Stevens is not that at all.
But
population
then it came out of
white.
nowhere where she was just like, I don't like want to move. I want to build a clinic, and I want to like live here and build roots here. And I just remember in the moment being like what the fuck? Like I could have sworn like this is completely different than, and then like I realize now where it's just like there was a lot of, because she was a narcissist, there was a lot of things that she did early on in the relationship to like win me over. And then once she had me, her true self came out.
Yeah. And
it was a lot of like jarring kind of, wait, hold on. Like I thought this and that. And it was a lot of, it was basically what you said of like they
switched it up.
They switched
the mask,
it up, and the masking to win someone over, and then once having them, just the real self comes out, and it's just so different. And then she admitted to trying to change me, to morph me into what she wanted in a partner. And what a great relationship.
Yeah, that's people do that all the time, and it also just doesn't. This is something I just want to say to everyone. You ain't got to lie to fuck.
Yeah.
So there is also connections between getting married and like, hey, this, and also it's like
dick and pussy's too abundant to be faking who you are.
You don't got to fake it to fuck it. You ain't got to fake it to fuck it.
Because let me tell you, when you're with someone who accepts you for you, 1,000,000 times better.
Exactly.
1,000,000 times better.
I've been in a lot of scenarios, because this has happened in friendships too. But in like romantic relationships, people just mirror me so hard.
Yeah.
Or like act this way, and then I'm like, oh wait, you're actually like this.
Right.
I feel like I had a really tragic incident recently where finally with someone I was like, oh, there's actually nothing beyond this.
Yeah.
I'm like, this, I was like, here I was, and this is like someone I had chased in the past. I'm like, oh, I saw how me chasing this person had indirectly created a false sense of who they were, because then the times we would spend together, it was like they were putting on this huge show. I wasn't, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in the presence of this. And then it's like, oh, but there's actually nothing beyond this, because now when shit gets real or when I'm like, well, what's going on here? You don't actually have the opinion or the value or whatever it is to back that up.
Right.
And it is so jarring. I remember a guy I dated in Seattle for a long time, off and on, who, yeah. People I end up in long-term things with, like in a more serious monogamous, or not even monogamous, but like in a for real capacity.
Yeah.
I think I have a tendency to like people who don't mirror me in the long term. But I think the people I've chased for when I've chased someone for a long time, I think that's been like it's a different thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know how I sometimes can differentiate those, but I can. But I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just, I forgot where I was going with this. But yeah, I do hate that. I just hate when that happens. I'm like, you didn't have to say all this. You don't,
Right.
you don't. And also it's like, you don't have to be like me for me to like you.
Right.
In fact, I love a natural.
Be different.
Be different.
Bring something new into my life.
Expand my world. Why wouldn't you want to be with someone who expands that?
Yeah.
And I also just think it's so shitty to hear. It's like people are simultaneously complaining about like dating and being alone while completely putting up a front, playing a game,
Yeah.
having these impossible
To meet qualifications.
that are completely external, not
Yeah.
about the core of who a person is, or
Right.
even asking yourself, what would someone need to be for me to feel cared for?
Right. Because so many times people like they need to be both genders, like this height, this body, this job, this money. And it's like, you haven't listed off how they should treat you. Because I'd rather date someone who does not fit my usual type, but they treat me well,
Right.
than someone who's like fits this external model.
Right. And I think that's where chasing becomes addictive too, because it's like when you do see this person who you are chasing all the time, you're like, wow, this feels amazing. It's like, but then like take a step back. Does it feel amazing because you finally got there and they're actually still, you're just a convenience?
Right.
Because in the long term, like to feel cared for, you're not going to like someone who's only going to care for you when it's convenient for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you can't build a life together when it's only convenient for you.
Right.
You haven't built your own life by things only being convenient for you.
Right.
As an individual without that. So it's crazy. Y'all are crazy. People are crazy out here.
Yeah. There's just so much about dating culture that is like bad, that is not even bad because of circumstances out of our control. It's bad because of it is in our control and we're choosing not to be better about it.
Yeah. And I think there's also this the things that are in your control are the things you bring, and addressing if someone makes you feel the way you need to feel.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is people are putting that control on the other person.
Yep.
You're like, I want to control that this person is like this. And the thing about relationships is you're never going to be able to control the other person. And should you have that mentality or that desire, you don't want a relationship.
Yeah.
You want a dog.
Yes. Whoo! Because to truly find like love in a healthy relationship, you have to be able to relinquish control.
You have to surrender.
You have to surrender to your control, because there's going to be things that you just can't control.
Yeah.
There's going to be it's like in my current relationship, there was a lot of fear I had of like moving in with my partner. And then now that we've moved in, I'm so much happy.
Yeah.
But there was control that I had to surrender of like, I don't know how this is going to go, and that's okay.
Yeah.
There's only one way to find out, and I just have to experience it.
You have to do it. Yeah. And I also think the element of surrender is knowing that surrender and relationships come with confrontation.
Yep.
And I think the thing that's addictive about chasing a person is that you often do not have the burden of confrontation, commitment, and compromise.
Yeah.
you're not holding any of those responsibilities with someone you're chasing, which is adding to some Disney-like romantic idea of what it will be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not the case. And it's always going to feel more fun and exciting and great when you're not sitting down at home together 10 years from now being like, oh my gosh, your parent just passed.
Right.
Or, hey, I actually am so lonely here.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is happening to us? And like getting into that.
Right.
Because also it's like, I think there was a real switch that both Isaac and I had to deal with. And that's because we're fresh coming off it. Things were not good for a little bit. But I will say that we had to get breakthroughs. We had to go no contact and come back. But I will say, like, we had a therapist literally tell us that like you're both operating as if you are still two single people.
Damn.
Yeah, we got a new therapist. That wasn't why, but that's not why. That's not why. We just needed someone who spoke to both of us in a different way. But nevertheless, it was like, oh yeah, because in these ways, Isaac was still acting like an individual person, and in these ways, I still was, and we also both love that we're both individual, but it's also like there's some things we have to come together on. And then we both realized we have very similar parents.
Yep.
You know, we both have, a little performative fun dads and maybe a little intense moms, you know, and like stuff was just being relived over and over again, right?
Right.
And then also we were both like, well, yay, we're together, but
yeah,
you know, I don't want to sacrifice this part. And we both had our own push-pull back things. And also then it's like, yeah, letting go of the external of like, this is what something has to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And what does this look like for us? But it's scary. But it's like, you can't come into it like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then at some point, you also can't be like, oh, okay, we're committed to each other, but why are we still chasing each other around?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like, oh, well, this isn't making either person feel like loved or cared for when we each remain unreachable to each other, no matter how safe that feels.
Right.
Just little things. Just those things.
It's just so funny where there's so much shit like that where it's like once you unearth.
Unearth. That's a beautiful word. I love that word.
Once you once you unearth it, it just opens the realm. It just opens up so much, and you're just like, oh, like for example, when I realized, like, oh, like something for myself of like realizing, like, oh, I do this in relation. I can't think of an example, but it's like I do this when dating.
Chris is perfect. I can't think of one example.
It's like, okay, so like for example, realizing like with my relationship with sex, there was a lot of times where I felt like I needed, like I didn't realize for the longest time that like for me to enjoy sex, I needed to feel closeness with the person. Mm-hmm. So once I kind of made that realization in therapy, sex became so much better for me because I was like, oh, I'm not just fucking for the sake of fucking. Like I am having sex with people that I feel a genuine connection with. And I started feeling safer. I started enjoying sex more. And it's just crazy where it's like you unearth something that's like kind of like seems small, but then you fully realize the magnitude of which it had an effect on your life. And then once you realize it, it just opens the doors for so much more happiness in life. Mm-hmm. Another realization was just like, oh, I don't have to keep seeing someone if I don't feel connection with them.
Yeah.
I can just be like, I can just communicate.
Right.
And if I communicate like, hey, I'm not feeling it, it's just like, oh, I've saved myself from heartbreak or just like wasting time with someone who I just don't feel connection with because I felt forced. Right. That I had to continue things to see where it would go. It's just crazy to me where like when you really uncover those things, how much it really opens doors to a much more pleasurable life.
So true. I feel like that was my discovery around like, oh yeah, being desired does not equal that I'm being cared for.
Ooh.
That's for another episode. Yeah, because that's one where, especially as like a Black woman, desire, fetish, all these things can
are
be
often intertwined.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like to truly realize, like, oh yeah, being desired, there's in that is not the same as being cared for. Like desire really will only. I don't want to get into that part, but yeah, I think that
For another time.
yeah,
For another time.
desire is applicable for maybe getting the bag, but
Yeah.
and you want desire from the person who loves you and you know there's more care for it. But yeah, the desire, I'm like, yeah, I don't need.
Yeah.
What there's nothing on the other side of this.
Exactly.
Like this is just it's like the same as going into a thing and being like, oh, I want to pick this off the shelf or whatever, and then I'm going to put it back.
Yep.
You know, or whatever. So
Yeah.
to put a bow on this, I think it comes down to the fact that do not first ask yourself, do I like the person or do I like the chase? I think the next question to ask yourself is, do I want to be with someone, if I'm looking for something long-term, who I feel that I can't be myself with? And that I feel that I have to apply a strategy or a game to communicate with this person in a way that they will want me. Remind yourself that's not them wanting you. That's them wanting the strategy, the game, and the performance you're putting on. And people pay to see performances, but you should not pay in your dignity, in your self-respect, in the things that you desire, want, and bring to a relationship.
So I like that. That's really good.
Oh, thanks. I found it. I somehow came back. I had 2 Red Bulls today. But yeah, Chris, what do you refuse to be down bad about this week?
I'm gonna refuse to be down bad about not having control in life. Keep it relevant. What about you?
The same. I feel the same. Yeah. Because control's different. Yeah. And control can be addictive.
Yeah.
And I think control is also false.
Yeah.
It's like the way that you feel that worrying is going to help you control the future. That's what control can sometimes do in the present. And I think it's connected to worry, but I feel the same way.
Quincy, if people like the things you say and the way you say it, how can they follow you?
You can find me at quincy.yeoman on the platforms I'm on. And when this is out, there will be something new up on No Small Talk, both on my YouTube channel, and you can read it at quincy.yeoman.com/no small talk. All the links are in the show notes for that. And Chris, if people like the things you say and the way you say them, how can they find you?
At Chris Mejia Comedy on Instagram and TikTok, at Topher Mejia on Twitter and Twitch. Also, you should follow.
That's not his fake Twitter.
Yeah, it's not. That would be crazy.
No, sorry.
That would be crazy.
That was so funny.
And you should follow the show on Instagram at The Down Bad Show. Everything's going to be in the show notes. Follow us on social media. Follow us on YouTube. But thank y'all so much for tuning in for another episode. Till next time, stay curious.
Stay up.